I hope you all can see chat links in the chat box. So first link is of syllabus link. If you want to check your syllabus for this particular course, you can click on this link. In case you have not enrolled for this batch, no need to worry. You can complete your payment process and you can join the classes. In case you want to give us a feedback, you are always welcome for the same. We'll be going to get your feedback through this form. So in case you want to know more in detail about the batch, you can click on this link and you'll get to know. In case you have any further queries, always feel free to email us on support@olympiadsuccess.com. You can drop us a WhatsApp message on this particular number. In case you're going to get disconnected through Zoom, so no need to worry. You can watch us live on a Facebook because obviously with this demo is live on the Facebook. Yes, Kushagra, there'll be a topic which ma'am will be going to teach you. So you need to wait for some time. Soon you'll be going to get to know your mentor, right? From your mentor. So I think you all are super excited. So I'll not take much time. I'll quickly tell you about Usha ma'am in one-liner. She's a wonderful mentor. Her classes are very impressive. So she is into teaching profession since so long, the day you have not born even. So you can guess how experienced she is, and she is perfect for the Olympiad classes. So all over to you, Usha ma'am.
Good evening, everybody, and thank you so much for joining. I can see, I think Shravya was in my class earlier, as far as I remember. So this is a class, these are classes for level 2 grade 7 Olympiads, right? So just to answer Kushagra's question, today will we be studying any topic. So Kushagra, in level 2, I was assuming that you have, passed level 1 Olympiad exam, which was declared recently. So for the level 2 classes, what we do is we make you solve loads and loads of level 2 level questions, which are way difficult than your grade 7 questions, right? So while doing the level 2 standard level questions, whatever extra, there might be some topics, from grade 8 and from grade 9. So all that definitely I will explain in the class. And if I see that any of you are having difficulty in solving any particular question, I will explain that particular, topic in that particular class. So the idea in this, in these 20 classes, it will not be possible to cover the entire syllabus full from the beginning to the end, grade 7. But the focus is on improving your standards so that you are able to crack the level 2 paper. Okay, this is the motive of the class. Yes, and I am associated with Olympiad Success for now several years now. And teaching is a passion. I've handled loads of students. And most of my students in my grade 10 batch are with me from class 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So yeah, long term. So I'm really looking forward to level 2. And first of all, congratulations to all of you that you have cracked level 1. That is, first of all, a big achievement. Olympiad exams are really difficult. And that is the first big achievement that you have done. So congrats for that. And all of you are really good students, bright, intelligent, little bit of more hard work, and you'll just smooth sail through level 2. So that's all. Thank you, Pooja.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So now we'll be move ahead towards a presentation, which Megha ma'am will be going to share on the screen. So be very sure that you'll be very attentive during this presentation because this will be very fruitful for your course understanding, right? So all over to you, Megha ma'am.
So I welcome you all on the platform of Olympiad Success. This is demo interaction program from grade 7, level 2 batch. Subject will be science. So Olympiad examination is the India's largest online preparation platform for Olympiad exams. Yeah, we are the India's first exclusive live classes for Olympiad preparation, one of its kind yearly program that includes which courses that matters. We have 8 courses having mathematics, English, science, logical reasoning, communication, spoken, written, Vedic, maths, and coding. What else we provide? We provide one-on-one online CBSE, IGSE, ICSE, and IGSE and IB classes from grade 2 to grade 12. One-on-one preparation for international and mathematics Olympiad and various Olympiads. These are the rank holders. These are kids like you only. So if you want that your picture should be here, you just need extra 2 hours from regular curriculum activities because Olympiad examination is quite little tougher than the regular activities. So live Olympiad session, we have group session with around 20 students delivered through Zoom by tutors with significant teaching experience. 3 sessions per week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, from 6:30 p.m. till 7:45 p.m. with 5 minutes of breaks. This session includes topic-wise quick revision and discussion of the previous year level 2 questions, and you will get reading material and practice question which will be available on the dashboard of OS platform. Students will get a free access to Olympiad Success platform to practice the level 2 mock test. for science. So there is syllabus which is available on this particular link, and the fee of this course is rupees 4,500. It is 20 session course, and payment can be made by using this link. This fees includes online class, daily reading notes and exercise, practice of previous year level 2 questions, access of Olympiad Success platform. So what you require, a laptop or desktop with good internet speed, and headphones for the better audio clarity. So live classes will be starting from January 13th, which will be on Monday. So in 2023-24, Olympiad Success has students more than 5,000 schools across India and abroad. So this is all about informative PPT. I hope I'm clear to everyone. All right, over to you, Pooja ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Just a moment. Let me share my screen with you all, and soon you'll be going to have a look on the dashboard. So, meanwhile, who have joined us late, so quickly inform us from which school and city you are joining us. Okay, so let me take you through dashboard. What you have to do is you have to just enter this URL olympiadsuccess.com, and you will be directed on this page wherein you need to enter your email ID. This is that email ID which you will get it at which you will enter it at the time of registration for any particular course. Okay. So I'll be entering through one of the dummy email IDs, and you need to enter your password, sign in, and here you go with your personal details. So check your details in case you find any error, you can update it over here. Okay. So moving forward, click on worksheet button because these are the worksheets which will be fruitful for you for level 2 achievement, right? So let's select your subject, science level 2 mock test, and you can see there are so many worksheets for your practice. So let me show you that how you can attempt your mock test paper. So I'll click on one exam, which is you have to click on take exam. Read instructions carefully, don't miss it. Click on this select box, select this box, start worksheet. And okay, read this question and tell me the answer in the chat box. Which part of the plant anchor it to the ground? No. Any guesses? All right, let's select answer. Oh, we got 5 answers. Oh my goodness. So root, let's select the root answer then. Click on next button. I can see you all are sharp brains. Very nice. So let's select the second answer. On heating a bimetallic stripe made of aluminum and steel, what will happen? So all these answers are in front of you. So I'm not very much sure. So let me select any of the one answer to just show you that how you can attempt your worksheet. So this is how you have to attempt your answers and you can complete your worksheet. So let's say you have doubt in any of the answers. So you can mark that answer for select and mark your review. This will be helpful for you in case you're submitting your worksheet, your answer will not submit it unattended, right? So keep on moving ahead, select the answer, finish button. So you can select, yes, I've reviewed all the question, select it and submit it. The best part of our platform is after completing your worksheet, you can check your performance value that how you have performed, how many questions you have done correct and how many you have done wrong. Click on performance button, select your subject, and this is the worksheet which you have attempted just now. You can check through date because I'm pretty sure you'll be going to attempt so many worksheets. So click on view button. See, here are the answers. You can check which is correct answer and which one is your answer. So all you are correct. The correct answer was C, root. So the second, I marked it, which was wrong. Third, I left to show you that your answer went unattended, right? So this is how, not attempted. So this is how you can attempt your worksheet, right? So let me stop sharing my screen. Yes, so this is all about your platform. So now if anybody is having any doubt related to the course or anything, we'll be happy to answer your queries. So I can see the questions are already shooting in the chat box. Ma'am, how to register to get demo mock test? So for that, what you can do is you can just coordinate with our team member, right? So they'll be guiding you for the same. Just a moment. Let me share the numbers. You can call on this number or you can WhatsApp also as per your convenience. Okay. Any other doubt? Anybody? Or all clear? Show me thumbs up on the screen, then I'll hand over to your mentor. All clear? All right, so let's begin with the demo then. All over to you, Shama.
Thank you so much, Pooja. So for the demo class today, all of you will be muted. But then in the actual classes that we will start from Monday, all of you can, ask questions to me and, directly don't have to type it in the chat window. You can just unmute yourself and ask. So this muting option is only for today's demo class, right? So as I told you, these are preparatory classes for the level 2 papers. What I will do is in my classes, I normally do a lot of board work. Can all of you see my whiteboard? Give me a thumbs up if you can see my whiteboard. Okay. So for today's class, what I have decided is that, what I was thinking is that, okay. So basically in today's class, what I will do is, in today's class, I will do some questions from the, previous Olympiad papers. So what we do is we do previous Olympiad level 2 papers. And, while doing the papers, they are difficult papers. So while doing the papers, whatever doubts you have, whatever, difficulties you have in the class, I will explain those particular difficulties also. For the classes, you have to turn your videos on. So Ram Siva, DR, Aryan Raj, Archana Lenka. See, it's very difficult if I'm talking to a blank screen. So that will really help. When I see your face, I can see whether you're understanding or not. That is also very important. Right. So we'll start off with a simple, level 2 Olympiad question. It's a very, very simple question. I'm giving you a question straight from the previous years, 1 year, a few years back. This is level 2 Olympiad question. Okay. So just have a look. If you know the answer, type down the answer in the chat window. So refer to the given columns and you can see that there are 2 columns here, column A, column 1 and column 2. Okay. And they are saying that, so the first is electric current. So electric current basically, and then we have electromagnet, electric switch, electric cell, and you have to say which of them follows an incorrect match. So when I solve the papers, you see, I'll do a lot of, underlining to ensure that. So I'll give you all these tips and tricks when we do the actual classes also. So most students will automatically mark the right answer. So electric circuit, it is a coil of insulated copper wire. So you have to show the incorrect match. Can anybody tell me what is the answer? I'm just seeing, anybody tell me? Yeah. So I've got a number of answers that is absolutely correct. So the correct option is option D. Okay, very good. Now, during the level 2 classes, I will do a lot of numericals with you also. Numericals which are typically not out of a level 2 paper, but then they'll be useful for you. I'm just showing one such numerical from the chapter of heat. I'll show you how to solve it. If you can solve it yourself, very good. Go ahead and do it. So the temperature of a body rises by 1 degree Celsius. What is the corresponding rise on the Fahrenheit scale? So we know that, for Celsius and Fahrenheit, we know that the difference, so you can calculate the difference between Celsius and Fahrenheit like this. So delta is nothing but the difference. So we know that lower fixed point and upper fixed point is there. So delta is nothing but the difference. So this is the upper fixed point, which is the boiling point of water, and 0 is the lower fixed point. So for Celsius, the difference is 100 degrees Celsius, and for Fahrenheit, the upper fixed point is 212, Anybody could solve this answer, then do it. Otherwise, do it in your copy. Sit with a copy and pen. I will make you solve this. So this is the first step where you find the difference in degrees and, difference between degree Celsius and degree Fahrenheit. I will show you how to answer this question stepwise so that tomorrow if a similar question comes, you can solve it. So write this question and then answer. Otherwise, later on, you will not know what you have done. Next, we can calculate the ratio of the differences. Ratio is nothing but dividing, right? So the ratio of the difference delta C by delta F is 100 by 180, which is 5 by 9. So therefore, I can simply write from here. So if I rearrange the ratio, I will get, very good Kushagra. So I will get delta F is equal to 9 by 5 delta C. So the question is, if the temperature rises by 1 degree Celsius, how much does the Fahrenheit rise? No, Shravya, your answer is incorrect. So the answer is 1.8 degree Fahrenheit. So 9 by 5 into 1, which is 1.8 degree Fahrenheit. Those who have got 1.8 degree Fahrenheit, it is correct. So we'll do such numerical questions also, which are out of the syllabus. These are not out of the syllabus. This is chapter heat, but you haven't done this in your school. Acha, Aryan, I'm answering all your questions also, that you give in the chat window. But definitely it might not be possible for me to answer all, but definitely I will try. Aryan has posted a question. Does a source of electricity ever run out of electrons? The answer is no. Aryan, a source of electricity does never run out of electrons. So why is it so? So because the electrons are the fundamental particles of an atom. So the electrons don't get used up. So what happens is that the electrons simply, they move. So when electricity flows, the electrons simply are flowing. So in short, there is never a situation will happen when the electrons are finished. That is impossible. So it will never happen. Aryan, does that answer your question? Aryan Raj? Okay, very good. I'm giving a question. Let me see if you can. So these are all questions from the level 2 papers. I thought let me do a few. So this is a demo class. So let me do a few level 2 papers and, let me see your concepts also. Okay. Two containers, X and Y, are filled with an equal amount of hot water. And the temperature of the water. So when you all have qualified level 1, right? So level 2 definitely will be no Olympiad exam. First of all, it's difficult, and level 2 definitely will be more difficult. Read the question once, twice, thrice till you are completely understood the question. So two containers X and Y are filled with equal amount of hot water, and the temperature of the water in the containers is measured with a thermometer sometime later. It is observed that container X has a much lower temperature than container Y. Which of the following are possible reasons? I'll give some time if you can try it. Let me see answers from. Please don't guess. If you're guessing, it's completely wrong. So you have to, this is science and maths, you just cannot guess. In fact, any subject you cannot guess. So please don't guess. So I can see that Ram Siva wrote C, Aryan wrote A, Shravya wrote C, Aryan wrote A. Let us see. Container X is black and container Y is silver. So the container X has a much lower temperature. So which means that X has reflected the heat. So therefore, what could be the possible reason? This can be the possible reason. So 1 is correct. Container X has a lid and container Y is not covered. So this actually option now, so the second option is actually, it does not make any sense. This is not correct. Container X is made up of steel and container Y is made up of clay. This is correct. The correct option is B. the presence of a lid does not really have any effect on the way in which the, the temperature varies. Okay. Acha. One simple question. This is actually a question from mathematics. From that, this chapter, I don't know if you have done it. I don't think you have done it in class. This is from motion and measurement chapter, which you have possibly done in class 6. So there will be questions from your previous grades and also from the higher grades. Jashpesh, sorry, not Jashpesh, Japesh, Kushagra, fine, I can get the answer from all of you. So odometer, I can see that many of you are giving me the answer. Let me see. I will not focus on the answer. I will more, focus on how you are solving this question. So odometer is the distance traveled in kilometer. So the odometer is a device which is fitted on the dashboard of cars, trucks, buses, lorries, etc. So the odometer basically, please don't annotate on the screen. I would request whoever's annotated, please undo it. Okay. Just give me a minute. Just give me a minute. Somebody at the door. Just 1 minute. Okay. Yeah. So the odometer is a device which is kept on the dashboard of cars. It measures the distance. Don't annotate, it will disturb everybody. So it will measure the distance traveled in kilometers. Acha, month. What is the definition of a month? We know that a month in 30 days, but in this case, a month is basically one new moon to the next. 10 centuries is basically, so 10 centuries is 1 millennium. So this is C. Okay. Then we have speed. Speed is the SI unit. So what is meter per second? Meter per second is the SI unit of speed. What is SI unit? So the correct answer is B. Anybody? What is SI unit? What did I write here? What is the meaning of SI unit? Anybody? Type it in the chat window because you're muted today. Anybody? What is the SI unit? No. So while doing this question, now I will tell you the system of units. If you don't know it, write this down. So we have 3 system of units. One is the international system, which is also known as the SI system. It is also known as the MK system. The second is the CGS system. And the third is the FPS system. In the SI system, the unit of length is meter, mass is kg, and time is second. So that is the reason MKS. Understood? So the SI system is also called MKS. Yes, Shravya, I remember you were in the class. So those who were in my class will know. And here length is centimeter, mass is gram, time is second, and here it is foot, and mass is pound. The unit of pound is LB, and second foot is FT. So these are the systems of units. Kushagra, to answer your question, the heat generated in a wire. So, it will not be possible for me. Achha, let me see. Okay, the heat generated in a wire. Let me take it one by one. Everybody understood system of units? Everybody understood system of units? Just could you please raise your thumb? Okay, Aryan. Okay, fine. Now, can anybody tell me why am I talking only about length, mass, and time? What about the other units? So, length, mass, and time. These are known as the fundamental physical quantities. So in physics, these are known as the fundamental physical quantities. Okay. I can see in the chat window, Kushagra wrote a question about the heat generated in the wire. Kushagra, there's a lot of things here. This is actually a question of class 9. So the heat generated in a wire is called Joule's law of heating. So the heat generated in a wire, I'm just answering Kushagra's question. So heat generated in an electrical wire is given as Joule's law of heating. This is of standard 10. Okay. The heat generated in a wire is given as I square RT, where I is the current in ampere, R is the resistance in ohm, and T is the time in seconds. This is not a grade 7 or a grade 8 question, Kushagra. Okay, I'm just answering because you asked for it. So if the length is doubled, so R will become 2R. If the radius is doubled, then A will become 4A because it is pi R square. Okay. So I think we will stick to the, syllabus of class 7 level 2 exam only. Will not go beyond it, but definitely if you have a question, definitely I'll try to answer. One question, next question that we will do is question number, do this. Mercury melts at minus 39 degrees Celsius and boils at 357 degrees Celsius. Alcohol melts at minus 115 and boils at 78. At which temperature are both substances in liquid state? I'll give you some time. But I want answers from everybody, at least try. Kushagra, answering once is okay. Don't spam the chat window. It'll disturb everybody else. So you see, mercury melts at minus 39 degrees Celsius and boils at 357. Alcohol is minus 115 and boils at 78. So both the substances will be in the liquid state at minus 15 degrees Celsius. At minus 49 degree, okay, alcohol will not be, and others are all much higher temperatures. Okay. Okay. Let's do one question again from heat. I'm giving you one question from heat. Somebody has joined in just now. So it's okay. We are having the demo class for level 2, grade 7. Just look at this question. An iron disc is put in a vessel full of water at 50 degrees Celsius. Heat will flow from where? I'm just waiting for all the answers to come. Okay, I can see many answers have come. So the temperature of water, can you see my whiteboard? The temperature of water and the temperature of the iron disc are same. So there will not be any heat transfer. So heat transfer happens when there is a difference in temperature. So basically heat will flow when there is a difference in temperature and will continue to flow till the temperature of the source. Source is from where the heat flows to the sink are equal. Sink means where heat is flowing. So I wrote heat will flow when there is a difference in temperature and will continue to flow till the temperature of the source and the sink are equal. Source means this is called thermal equilibrium, absolutely correct. And what is equilibrium? So equilibrium means stability. So because it's connected with heat, so this is a case of thermal. Thermal equilibrium means that the temperature of both will be equal, as in this case. Okay? A block of wood is floating on water at 0 degrees Celsius with a certain volume V above the water level. The temperature of water is slowly raised from 0 degrees Celsius. How will the volume V change with rise in temperature? I'm giving you some time for those who want to think. These are difficult questions. So I want you to think and then answer. I got many answers. Acha, Varsha is saying A, Shravya is saying C, Japesh is saying B, Ram Siva is saying D. Okay. Now, I'm waiting for other answers. Anybody else answers? Okay. So basically here, I'll explain what is happening. Okay. So when the block of wood, so when the block of wood is floating, it displaces a certain volume. Okay, so when the block of wood is floating in water, it displaces a certain volume of water. Okay, so which means that the volume of the water will increase. So the volume of the water is equal to, so the volume of the water is equal to the weight of the, so this is nothing but the principle of buoyancy. This is equal to the weight of the block. So weight of the wooden block. So this principle is the principle of buoyancy. So what happens when the temperature of water is increasing from 0 degrees Celsius? So the question says that the temperature is slowly raised from 0 degrees Celsius. So here what happens is when the temperature is increasing from 0 degrees Celsius, so this is the anomalous expansion of water. Water's behavior is different. So as temperatures below 4 degrees Celsius, water becomes denser as it cools. So the density of water increases. So which means that the volume of the water above the volume of the water here, that will basically decrease because more water is required to balance the weight of the block. Okay. At 4 degrees centigrade, the water will reach its maximum density, and the density of water is how much? Anybody? Density of water is how much? Density of water is 1 gram per cc or 1000 kg per meter cubed. This is the second, temperature at 4 degrees Celsius, the water reaches its maximum density. Now the third one, as the temperature of water continues to increase above 4 degree, so I will tell you the complete explanation, not the answer. So as the temperature of water starts to increase above 4 degree, the water begins to expand, becoming less dense. So yes, many of you have answered this question. The options are, look at question, we are doing question number 11. So the correct option is D. Those who have given D is correct. So now let me see what are the answers you gave. Okay, so I can see that Varsha, no, Japesh, no, Ram Siva, yes, Shravya, no, Kushagra, yes. Kushagra, just type your answer once, okay? Don't spam the chat window, okay? I will lose out important mess. I'll lose out the answers of everybody, okay, Kushagra? Once is enough. I'll see your answer, don't worry. Everybody understood? So this kind of behavior of water is known as the anomalous expansion of water. So water behaves in a different way. If you want to write anomalous expansion of water, I will give you a small, paragraph on that. When I do the actual classes, small things which I'm doing now, all of this definitely I will repeat in the class. So what is the anomalous expansion of water? So the anomalous expansion of water means that from 0 to 4 degrees Celsius, water contracts, which is the typical behavior for most substances. I'm writing it down for you. So this is the anomalous expansion of water. 1 second. Give a heading of anomalous expansion of water. Okay, you can give a heading. You can take this down. This is a very important concept. So the first step is cooling. So you're cooling from 0 to 4 degrees Celsius. So when you're cooling from 0 to 4 degrees centigrade, what happens? Water contracts. Okay, so water contracts. So as the water contracts, so which means the volume decreases and density decreases. These are very important concepts. You'll use it in your senior classes also. So at 4 degrees Celsius, water has its maximum density. And what is the density of water? And the density of water at 4 degrees Celsius is 1 gram per centimeter cube or 1000 kg per meter cubed. I'm giving you in both the units, in both SI unit and in CGS unit. Okay. After 4 degree, what happens? As soon as you start heating water to 4 degree, what happens? Everybody's finished writing. Varsha, please could you turn on your cameras on? If I can't see you, I don't know what's happening. Varsha, Shravya, Pooja. Okay. So this is what is happening here, right? So from 4 degrees centigrade, what is happening? After 4 degrees Celsius, when water is heated, so after 4 degrees Celsius, when water is heated, what happens? Water begins to expand. So when water expands, what is happening? Its density. So from 4 to 100 degrees centigrade, the density decreases. and the volume increases. So this behavior of water, when water behaves in this way, this phenomena or this behavior of water is called the anomalous expansion of water. So if you ask me, is this there in the class 10, class 7 syllabus? The answer is no. But then when you're preparing for the Olympiad level 2, as I said, there will be things from the higher standards also. So you have to put in that extra kind of effort, which we will do in the class. So in the class, what will happen is that we'll, do all these extra kind of things. While doing the questions, whatever extra things I have to tell you, I will tell you in the class. Done? Understood, everybody? Can I get a thumbs up sign stating that you understood? Because you're on mute in the demo class. In the actual class, all of you will be talking, not an issue. Okay. Done. Thank you, Kushagra. Thank you. Okay. Could you show the question again? Yes, Shravya, this is the question. Shravya, I'm showing the question again to you because you asked for it. Done. You tell me when you're done, Shravya, then I will proceed with the next question. Okay, thank you, thank you. Okay. One question from the chapter of motion. This is a distance time graph. Try to do it. Distance time graph of an object is shown in the figure. The object moves with constant speed in the time interval where? Just type your answer 1. Please don't spam the chat window. All the messages get lost. Okay, I got answers from many. Okay, now. So those who have answered, many have answered, different answers I'm getting, but I'll tell you the right answer. So this is a distance time graph. Okay. So the distance time graph will give constant speed when the slope is positive and increasing. So this is the portion here. So between B and C, so between the time T1 and T2, this is the distance time graph. Now, many of you, I can see Shravya has given D. Okay, Shravya, between T0 and T1, the distance remains constant. So which means that the object is actually at rest. So this portion, it is a straight line. So which means that the body is actually at rest with the time remains constant. So which means that the object is actually at rest. So the correct answer is T, correct. So from T0 to T1, actually the body is at rest. It is stationary. Distance is not increasing. Yeah. So yes, Shravya, I understood. So that is the reason you have to, read. First advice, read the question carefully twice, thrice before answering. Okay. Achha, somebody mentioned a while ago, favorite chapter is at acid, bases, and salt. I got a question from acid, bases, and salt chemistry. Let's see. Is my screen clearly visible? Which of the following statements is correct? Okay, I'm getting many answers. What is the formula of quicklime? Anybody type it in the chat window? Please don't spam Aryan only once. What is the formula of quicklime? Anybody? What is quicklime? In one word, just type the answer, one word. Don't continuously spam it. Yeah, correct. So the quicklime is, it's not weirdly Shravya, it is anomalous expansion of water since I answered it. So quicklime is calcium oxide. And the formula of slaked lime is calcium hydroxide. So the correct option, which of the following, statement is correct? So this is question number 14 that we are doing. Quicklime or slaked lime is added to salt to neutralize the base in it. No, it is not. This is wrong. Acid in it. This is wrong. And sting injects acetic acid into the sting. No. What is the formula of acetic acid? For level 2, you have to know it. Acetic acid is CH3COH. Write this down if you don't know. You have to know this. All bases are alkalis, but all alkalis are not bases. This is also incorrect. The correct answer is all alkalis are bases, but all bases are not alkalis. The factory wastes are treated with calcium hydroxide to neutralize wastewater before it's disposed of. This is the correct option. So D is the correct option. So those who've given the answer as D, you are right. But okay, this is a demo class, so it's completely okay. This is the learning of the class, right? Clear? Everybody okay? Okay. Now, one more question. This is a bit tricky question. For questions like these, please write it in your copy and then do. Because if you just see these questions are definitely not easy questions, right? So this is a question from indicators, acid, bases, and salts and indicators. There is a flow chart here. Study the given flow chart and tell me what is the correct answer. You have to identify X. So X plus Y is reacting and it's producing sodium chloride plus water. And X reacts with phenolphthalein to become colorless. Y reacts with phenolphthalein is an indicator. So indicators are substances which give different colors in different solution. I'll give you some time. I'll give all of you some time because I want you to answer. So when I do this question, I will tell you the behavior of phenolphthalein. So phenolphthalein is an indicator, right? So phenolphthalein in acidic solution and in neutral solution. So in acidic solution means pH less than 7. So in acidic solution where pH is less than 7, phenolphthalein will be colorless. Write this down if you don't know. Second, in neutral solution means pH is, if you don't know pH, I'll tell you a little bit now and definitely I'll explain it in the class. So pH is equal to 7, phenolphthalein is colorless. And in basic solution, so pH is greater than 7, phenolphthalein will turn pink in color. So to do this question, you have to know this. And then the correct answer is B. So X is hydrochloric acid and Y is sodium hydroxide. Because sodium hydroxide is basic and when in contact with phenolphthalein, it becomes pink in color. So sodium hydroxide is a base. It is also an alkali. Aryan, you understood why B is the right answer? You wrote C? Okay. So you have to know what is, phenolphthalein here. Okay. Now, I used pH here, right? I don't know if, or what is the meaning of pH. So little bit on pH. So pH is actually the full form is power of hydrogen. So basically, pH tells us whether a substance is acidic, basic, or neutral. So we have something called the pH scale. If you don't know this, you should know. So this is 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. And here is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So the pH scale is between, it ranges from 0 to 14. 7 is the point of neutral pH. So any substance with pH is equal to 7. So the example, I'm writing one example here. Example is water. So water is a neutral substance. As you go towards the right, acidity increases. So 0 is a substance which is highly acidic. So example is hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid. As you go towards the right, basicity increases. So 14 is a highly basic substance. For example, sodium hydroxide. So this is the pH scale. So any substance which has a pH of less than 7 is acidic in nature, and any substance which has a pH of greater than 7 is basically basic in nature, and a substance which has pH of 7 is neutral. Understood? So I don't know, I don't think you have done it. You have done this in acid, bases, and salt chapter? Done. So if you have done, very good. So based upon the pH, you will be able to tell whether a substance is acidic, basic, or neutral. And that is what is used in the question. So here the question is straightforward, but you never know in your reaction, in your exam, they might give the pH values. Let's go to another question of chemistry, and then we'll do a little bit of biology. Look at this question. Everybody read the question carefully and then the answer. Don't jump and give wrong answers. Olympiad questions, read it twice, thrice, and then think and answer. These are not straightforward questions, of course, no. A science teacher has set up an apparatus as shown in the figure. Which of the following observations are incorrect? And I don't know if you can see the picture. So there is a test tube. Inside that, there is a thread, and there is copper sulfate solution inside the test tube. And an iron nail is there inside the copper sulfate solution. So you have to say which of this is incorrect. Just waiting for everybody to answer. Okay, I think most of you have got this correct. Okay, Kushagra has given it in bold also. So basically, this is a question from the reactivity series, right? So this is a question, I will go to the answer later. So this is a question from the reactivity series of metals. So the reactivity series of metals is this. So I normally use this to remember. Please stop calling me a careless zebra. Instead, try learning how copper saves gold. So the most reactive metal is potassium and the least reactive metal is gold. And after that, you have platinum also. So based upon the reactivity series, here what do we have? Here we have copper sulfate and iron nail, right? So out of copper sulfate and iron, so here is copper and here is iron. So I can see that iron is more reactive than copper. So what will happen is displacement reaction will happen here. So a more reactive metal displaces a less reactive metal from its salt solution. So what is displacement reaction? I'm writing it here. So a more reactive metal displaces a less reactive metal from its salt solution. Okay, so this is what is happening here. So iron will displace. Can anybody tell me what is the initial color of this substance in the test tube? What will be the initial color? Anybody? What will be the color of the test tube? Hello? Anybody? What will be the color of the test tube? Copper sulfate, right? So copper sulfate means it is blue in color. So after iron nail reacts, what happens? The color will change to a dirty green. So what is the reaction happening here? Copper sulfate plus iron will give you ferrous sulfate plus copper. So which means a dirty green, the color will change to, this is green color, and a reddish brown deposit of copper will form. So the answer, most of you have got it correct, but I don't know how many of you can give me the explanation. So this is the correct explanation. Okay, incorrect. So color of the solution changes from brown to green. It's incorrect. This is correct. A chemical change is happening here. It's displacement reaction. Brown deposit is observed at the bottom of the test tube. No, it is reddish brown. And blue deposit, that's also wrong. Okay, so you have done different types of reactions in chemistry, right? This is one such question. Okay, okay. Sure. One question, this is from your class 6. Okay, I told you, I want to do something of biology. This is a question from the adaptation in animals chapter. I think it was there in your class 7 course also. So read the given flow chart and identify the animals. Try it yourself. This is simply general knowledge and you have to know. There is no shortcut, no explanation for this. So W, X, Y, and Z are examples of some animals and birds. And animals that have large ears. See, from this only you can get. So large ears, I know. See, suppose you don't know these animals. You don't know what a fennec is. You don't know what is a swallow. So simply you know what is an elephant, and an elephant has large ears, right? You can simply mark this as A. So the Asian elephant is W, which is correct. A bird that migrates hundreds of kilometers by swimming is penguin, it's correct. An animal that fulfills its water requirements by digesting dry seeds is kangaroo rat, and sticky pads has its red-eyed frog. So even if you don't know this question, you don't know all the animals, but by taking guesswork also, you can do this question. Okay. Another question of biology which I'll do with you. So sometimes you have these long questions. The purpose of these long questions, see, there's a paragraph and there are some words which has to be replaced. The purpose of these long questions is that they make the paper lengthy and difficult. So read this paragraph, take 2 minutes, read it twice and then answer. Take my advice, always read it twice. You first try yourself, definitely I'll help you. Okay, before I answer this question, so first of all, for human teeth, we have something, for any teeth, we have dental formula, okay? So I know the picture is not very clear as long as you understand. I have less time, so that's the reason I'm utilizing these pictures. So we have incisors, we have canines, which is denoted by C, premolars PM, and molars is M, okay? So in our mouth, we have two jaws, right? Upper jaw is the top part of the teeth and the lower jaw. The lower jaw is the only movable part of the skeleton in your face, right? So this formula is known as the dental formula. So what does this mean? So we have two incisors on the upper jaw, one premolar on the upper jaw, two molars and, sorry, we have one incisor, one canine, two premolars and three molar. So the total number of teeth that we have in the body, in the mouth, can be represented. 2 plus 1 is 3, 3 plus 2 is 5, 5 plus 3 is 8. So why there is 2? So this formula is for a particular quarter. So the mouth has been divided into 4 quarters. So upper jaw has 2 quarters, lower jaw has 2 quarters. Total number of teeth in the human body is 32. If you don't know it, write this down. So you need to know this for level 2. So this is the dental formula for humans. And then I'll go to the question. Done. Just giving you some time. Kushagra, Aryan, I can't see you. Ram Siva. For the classes, you have to have your video on, okay? That's compulsory. I want to see you and your expressions that you understood or not. And I also want to check if you're paying attention in the class also. That's also equally important. Okay. Now let's go back to the question. Everybody's done with this? Or should I give you some more time? Just type it in the chat window. In the class, anyway, everybody I can hear done. Aryan is saying done. Everybody else? So this is known as the dental formula for humans. It's very simple to remember. I'll tell you an easy thing to remember. Just remember 2, 1, 2, 3. Incisor 2 is incisor, C is 1 is canine, premolar and molar. So 2, 1, 2, 3 is the dental formula for humans. Now, going back to the question. So teeth present in our mouth break food into smaller substances, smaller pieces. Each tooth is covered with in the body called enamel. This is correct. So no problem in the first sentence, which is italized. So there's no problem in the first sentence. Each tooth is covered with enamel and that's the hardest substance in the human body is absolutely correct. No problem there. Incisors are pointed teeth. Incisors are pointed teeth. Incisors are pointed teeth. Okay. Incisors are pointed teeth. Used for grinding food. No, incisors are not pointed teeth. Incisors are actually chisel-shaped teeth. Okay, so incisors are actually shaped teeth. So here there is a problem. Canines are chisel-shaped teeth. No, canines are actually pointed teeth. Okay. Used for piercing and tearing food. Premolars have flattened surface and there are 6 premolars in each jaw. Rest of it is correct. So the correct option of this question is option B. Yeah, if you tell me how do I know this, see, biology anyway you have to know. Okay. Okay. Oh, Aryan, I can see your comment. I've learned that canines are chisel-shaped teeth. See, canines are actually pointed teeth. Dogs also have canines. All carnivorous animals have canines, including humans. So humans by default are omnivorous, okay? But people who are vegetarian by choice. Canines are actually chisel-shaped teeth, the right word. Try this question. This is from the respiration chapter. Match the following columns and select the correct option. If you see the column, the points in column number 2 are more than that of column number 1. That makes it difficult. I can see many answers. I'm just waiting for everybody to answer. Okay. So basically here, these are the steps of inhalation and exhalation which are given. Okay. So let me see. So in exhalation, the diaphragm moves upward. Just check. I might also be wrong, by the way. In exhalation, the diaphragm moves upwards. There's an increase in the intrapulmonary pressure. Pulmonary means chest cavity. So there's an increase in the pressure inside the chest cavity. The ribs moves downwards and inside. And in in inhalation, what happens? The diaphragm moves down. There is a decrease in the intrapulmonary pressure and the ribs move downward. So the correct option of this is B. Those who have written B have done it correctly. Okay. So this is how we will, go on with the level 2 classes. This was just a demo class, as I repeatedly told you. In the actual class, all of you, will be able to talk. Those who have done many of you have done my classes. So, you can freely ask questions also. So the focus will be on, solving and explaining difficult questions from the level 2 papers. Anything you want to ask, anything? How was the class, everybody? Could you please turn on your videos now? Let me please see your face. How was the class? I want to see everybody's face. How was the class? Varsha, Aryan, Kushagra, Ramsiva, Shravya. How was the class? Understood? Okay, so looking forward to having all of you in the level 2 classes. And for any, help and support and anything, you can contact the Olympiad support WhatsApp number. They will, communicate with you. Right? Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much. So I think we'll stop here today now. Okay? Thank you, and good night. Thank you. Bye.